The Second Middle Passage lasted roughly 70 years, from 1790 right up to the Civil War. For Black people in the South, that meant 70 years of near constant upheaval. Slave families that had been stable for generations were suddenly and irrevocably shattered.
Every time somebody was sold, people would come out of the fields to say goodbye to the people who were leaving. And they had certain hymns that they would sing about seeing each other again in heaven. And so that music and paying homage to those people was really a way of saying they did have bonds, and that when those were being broken, they had to have some kind of way of saying goodbye.
The rise of cotton affected every African American, even those who were free. This was especially true for the free Black people who remained in the South, struggling to build lives within a slave economy. Some made decisions that are difficult for us to understand today. This cemetery holds the remains of the Brown Fellowship Society, an elite organization of free Black men in Charleston, South Carolina.
They came together to promote their common goals, their common purposes, mutual elevation, social advancement. But
the society's members were craftsmen and tradesmen. Many of their clients were white slave owners, and some chose to buy slaves for themselves. But their motives were complex.
We can't shy away from the fact that you had free Blacks that owned slaves and used them in the same way that whites did. But we also know that you had people who were free who were, quote unquote, married to a slave spouse. And what they might do is purchase the enslaved spouse, but now the law would not allow them to emancipate the person. Mm-hmm. And so they end up holding the individual who was really their husband or wife as a slave.
Why didn't they challenge the status quo?
They didn't challenge the status quo because they understood how precarious their freedom was.
Try to imagine having to purchase your own spouse. That was the reality for some free Black people in the South. They existed on the margins of the largest slave society in the history of the world.
This video raises questions, and I need for you to be extremely honest in the comments when answering them. And just so you know, I have 4 questions. Number 1, tell me, how do you feel about the possibility of being able to purchase your spouse? Number 2, what are your thoughts in comparison from free Black people compared to those that were enslaved? Number 3, who would you like for me to do a video on next? And number 4, what are your thoughts about this video? Please share them in the comments. Please be honest when answering these questions. Share this video with anyone you deem necessary. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.